how you, different areas, organizations, but there are those accepted ways a leader must behave. Right. People must trust you. There must be integrity. There must be discipline. There must be, you must be knowledgeable. It is dangerous to have a leader who is not knowledgeable. Right. That you have a company or you have a home and a leader is not knowledgeable. Then there is a problem. So you must seek knowledge as a leader and you must impact that knowledge to the people that follow you. So we expected as leaders to transform our societies. If you have been a leader for 5 years, you should be able to evaluate your impact. Right. I found this. What have I added on this place? People were this. How are they now? When I started this church, when I started this school, when I was given this company, when I became the DPC in a certain area, if I am the OC, what was the crime rate? How is it now? You cannot be a leader who does not change things. Now, lastly, is that you must project where do you want to take people as a leader. Because if you're not taking us anywhere, why do you want to lead us? So the next 5 years, we should be able to see your dream. We must know your target. We cannot move with you when we don't know the destination. Right. So we must get to know the goal, the vision of the leader you're supporting. Yes.
Thank you so much. And I think the voices of leaders are very, very powerful. And maybe I want you to look in the camera and talk to leaders, because sometimes someone may come and say something that looks light, very lightly, but there are people, as you said, influence, the people that are literally taking it as truth, you know, because recently there was a saga of people who are saying that the rapture is coming. I don't know if you heard about it. And there are people going to mountains, you know, waiting for Jesus to come back. I think that was on the 23rd, on the 24th. So I can imagine if they had told them to throw themselves in a river, I believe those people would have believed. So please, SSP, look in the camera and talk to the leaders out there. Yes, please.
I don't know how old you were or whether you were born when a leader called Chibuetere burnt the people who were following him. Like I have told you, leadership means influence. I can tell you, if you're in a school, all the kids in the school think that their director or the headmaster is knowledgeable. And they normally take what we say as leaders as gospel truth. So as leaders out there, you must avoid, you must reject, you must avoid inciting and exciting people, especially on wrong message. Because I can tell you, people believe in you, especially the political leaders. If you go on the radio, if you go on TV, and you give information, people will take that information as gospel truth. So it must be calculated, it must be meaningful, it must be uniting message, it must be useful information to your community. It is very dangerous for a leader to tell lies. It is very bad for a leader to disunite, to cause violence, to lead, to use words that really don't make sense, either on TV or on radio or physical meetings. So, and by the way, it is even a crime. If you go for a campaign and you demean people, you use tribal language, it is a crime. So we must monitor and calculate the words we speak to our followers, because they believe in us. As a head of the family, your children, if you ask my children now at home, they think I am the strongest, the most wise person they have ever seen. So should you give them what we call in the students' language, akatwa? You will have killed everybody. So as a leader, we expect you to be truthful, we expect you to be uniting, we expect you to utter words that really unite people that you lead. Yes.
Thank you so much. That was powerful and very, very insightful. And I have one more question for you, SSP. I think so many people talk about media in a negative way, But I believe media is actually very, very, very important. When you look at the documentaries that happened that time when Uganda got independence, if media wasn't there to capture such moments, maybe we wouldn't be able to see some of these things. So I want you to talk about the impact of media, both negative and positively, on the political disclosure and engagement in civil matters.
Thank you, Sarah, and the viewers out there. In a normal setup of government, media is regarded as the fourth estate. Media is an arm of government. Now, ideally, the role of media is to educate, is to entertain, is to inform. I can tell you, if all media houses shut down today, the country would be in darkness. The number of people who get knowledge of what is happening, not only in the country, but in the world, by watching news, by listening to radio, by opening their phones, by reading newspapers. Right. So anybody underestimating the role of media has a problem. They are as important as any other sector in this country. Be it advertising, selling products, selling places, giving us up-to-date information, current news as it happens. That's how important media is. Now, the biggest problem that we have now is that the media has been infiltrated by unprofessional people. There's what we call citizen journalism, that everybody with a phone and data is a journalist. There must be code of conduct. There must be standards. There are people who go and spend time studying journalism. I can tell you, if they give you this uniform, you dress like me, you will not be a police officer. Because there are standards, there is training, there are basics that we go through to become police officers. Now, this is not the case when it comes to journalism. Out there in the field, everybody wants to be the first to break the news. And like I told you, the responsibility of verifying that news is on you, who is consuming the news. They don't care anymore. They don't mind whether this is inciting. They don't care whether this is exciting. They don't know whether it has an impact. Some information can affect security. Right. And you will not turn the situation back. People will burn houses, people will burn cars out of an inciting news. I can tell you, before you understand, the whole city will be shut. So whereas media is good, it has a huge, huge, huge bad impact if not used well. If you do not mind about the piece of information you're giving us, if you do not care who is consuming the information, then you're not as important as you should be. So my message to the media is that be as useful as we expect you to be. Educate, entertain, and inform us. It is very dangerous for the media to misinform intentionally. And when it comes to the political season, you must, there's a saying in the forces that you must secure yourself first. Whereas you want to break the news first, whereas you want to be seen to be working, whereas you want to give us message or news as it happens, protect yourself first. Protect yourself. That's the only way you can give us information when you're alive. I have seen journalists being beaten. I have seen where there is a bomb and they have cordoned off and somebody wants to enter. I have seen them on top of cars recording live shows. I have seen them engaging in partisan politics. We will begin biasing your news. If you have a red t-shirt or a yellow coat or a blue tie inside you, that you're able to read the news now and in the morning you stand on the lorry and you're supporting a certain candidate, you will definitely be biased. So for you to give us credible information as a journalist, as a media house, you must be neutral.
That's good.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. I am learning a lot, and I know the viewers are learning so much. Uh, wow. Wow. I think we've come to the end of the show. I have really learned so much. Our social media pages are open. Please put in questions there. Tell us what have you learned from the show as a whole. And please, in your last remarks, SSP, I want you to encourage the young people in the upcoming elections 2026 to encourage them to go and engage. Then you can send greetings to anyone and we will call it the end of the show.
Thank you. I want the viewers out there, one, to prioritize peace. There's nothing that beats peace. Be the agents of peace, dialogue where there are conflicts, avoid violence, and be the peace agent in your community. Two, participate positively, actively, as a young person, as a Ugandan who is educated, who is mature. Be involved at all levels. Do not be told what has happened. Let nobody make a decision for you when you are alive and mature. Participate. Three is that stay informed. I can tell you there is nothing important like having knowledge. I have told you knowledge is power, and absence of it creates fear. Anybody who is ignorant, you can tell when you see that person. So it is very bad for a young person to walk out there and all the information you're getting is from rumors. Find information from the right place, verify it, and use it. Lastly, reject, refuse being used by different actors. Do not be involved. Do not be found doing any unlawful activity for short-term gains. That you're a young person and they are giving you fuel, they are giving you 10,000 to go and do ABCD. My brother and sister, you will find yourself in a very compromising situation. And nobody will get you. At no point should you accept to be used by anybody. Lastly, question your leaders. Question their intentions. Find out their motives. And if your minds meet, if what you want them to do is what they promise, then vote them. Vote ideas, vote issues that unite Ugandans. When you do that, this will be smooth. We will come out victorious, we will have the better leaders, and we'll be able to account at the end of the day that I participated, I put a brick on this nation, we are having road because I decided to have a good leader. Thank you for listening and watching and viewing and being good, responsible citizens. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. You are so knowledgeable. I don't want to leave the air without saying that. You are so knowledgeable, and I loved how everything was simplified. You gave us a language that was easy, very, very easy to understand. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the work that you're doing for our nation.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
God bless you too.
I've been Sarah Tera, and from us to you, it's a goodbye, and see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.